We are officially back, everybody, and I forgot what I did last time. We're gonna go ahead and load all these chunks real quick. Alright, I forgot what I did last time, and the main reason for that is I was gone for a week, and so I remember what my plan was for this episode, and it was this. So you were probably wondering, I bet a lot of you were, on what this is gonna be, and no one really asked in the comment section below. Again, if you want your suggestion to be in a video, what you need to do is you need to go down into the comment section down below and leave your suggestion, and if I think it's super good, I'll put it in right away, and if I think it's good, I'll put it in like a list and have that in a waiting area for other things. So this, you're probably like, well, what's this gonna be? I actually was trying to throw you guys off, and I bet you some of you got it with the gold, but I was trying to throw all of you off with the gold because it's the nether. The nether. Alright, so you're going to the nether today. Exciting, right? I know. I personally would be excited if I was going to the nether. Kind of, anyways. So you're probably wondering, like, why is there no obsidian here? Well, this is a spot where the nether kind of leaks into the overworld. It's the only spot, okay? So what we're going to have is not even the stuff. What's going to happen is we're going to have, like, leaking of the nether into the cave system. Like so. Obviously, it'll kind of be like that, and it won't go to an area that it's not going to leak to. Don't worry. So if you think it's going to look like super ugly in the future, don't worry. It won't, and I'm not going to update this unless you want me to, so, like I said. Alright, I'd say that's a decent thing. I think what we're going to do is kind of do that, and then have one more branch right there that connects to that one. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. So now you're probably wondering what we're going to do with this. That's going to stay. Now you're probably wondering how you're going to get through, and what's going to happen is we're going to make just going around, and then right about here we're gonna have stone kind of cut through it, so it's two different lava pools, and just like that. All right, so obviously we have our netherrack, and we are actually going to be doing a lot today. So you're probably wondering what this is for. Well, obviously the nether is a really big zone, and you may know that the nether, well, like I said, the nether is just a really big area. So it's going to take quite a bit. So I'd say I want the nether to go to about here. And then, luckily enough, we can actually do that. This is going to be a build that will take even longer than last episode's build. Even though it's a smaller zone overall, as you can see, it's a much smaller zone overall. It has to be one giant box type location. So, not to mention, it is going all the way out here. Now if we do this, it doesn't have to be lined up right away. It just needs to be, yeah, see, like that's not lined up, but we'll fix that when I start building. So, like I said, this is going to take a while. And obviously, since it's the nether, there's going to be quite a bit that we need to do in it. And obviously, barely any of it is actually going to be full netherrack, because there's a few biomes in the nether, and I do want at least 2 biomes in the nether. And you're probably like, well, dude, why didn't you add the lush caves into the cave system? And that is because I want you guys to tell me what kind of lush cave-ish area you want, because obviously I don't want some kind of just, right? So then it could, like, come right here, right, and branch off and go into its own little area over here, and then come back and hit right here, right? So obviously I want you guys to give me the ideas, not all of them, because I have some great ideas that I'm going to do, but I want you guys to give me some ideas, you know what I mean? So I don't want to do everything, because I want you guys to be a part of it, and I want you guys to be able to join in on the fun of making this roller coaster, because we are going for the world's longest roller coaster in Minecraft, but I'm not going to be able to do it without your help, at least some of your ideas. I also want you guys to join me in the making of this world record roller coaster. I don't want to just be the only person that's putting ideas into it. I want you guys to join me, alright? That's kind of why I want you guys to give me ideas, you know? Because if we're going to have the world record roller coaster, then I want you guys to be a part of it. Can you see that from down there? I'd assume you can. No, actually you can't. Good. Also, I just love that that piece of the roller coaster is so small compared to this piece. It's so funny. Oh my gosh. It actually cracks me up. All right. So now, we're going to build up. I don't know exactly how high I went, so we're just going to kind of build up until I feel it's relatively the same location. And then obviously we'll have our first time lapse once I'm fully done with the outline of the nether. And then obviously if you guys want me to make the nether better, I will. That's just how I work. And actually we're going to be in the nether for quite a bit the next few episodes. This is just going to be the basic nether biome, right? This giant thing. Obviously it's going to have a couple things, but this is going to be the basic nether biome. It's not going to be all 4 biomes in one. I could have a small piece of a different biome and everything like that, but this biome is going to be... Can I... No, it needs... Okay. This is obviously going to be a really big build, and it's going to be probably with being... Wow, that was beautiful. With being the world's longest roller coaster, the world's largest build. At least that's what I'm kind of hoping for as well, because I mean that is kind of why I'm building such massive parts to this, is I want you guys to also be a part of the making of the world's largest build and the world's longest roller coaster. And obviously I'm not 100% sure what the world's largest build is in Minecraft, but I'm sure that if we try hard enough, we can make it. Alright. So, this is a really, really big box. I mean, look at this, dude. This is crazy. Overall, it is larger than that, which... You know how much I just love that last one, you know, with how much it took. Alright, we're just going to immediately start the time lapse so that you guys can enjoy some music while I build. Yeah, that makes sense. We are officially done, and wow, that took forever. Um, yeah. Hmm. All right. Well, now you're probably wondering, what about the lights? And to that I say, this is nice, that's bright. Oh my lordy lord. Okay, but actually, like, about the lights. Obviously, there's going to be glowstone up there, but that's not going to reach all the way down here through C, so I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you. So, glowstone. Grab the glowstone. And then if we go, like, I don't know, let's say right here, see how it does that, but doesn't reach all the way down, you know? So, you know, obviously, whoops, obviously, we're going to have to do something about that, and so you're probably wondering what that's going to be. Well, obviously, there's going to be some lava on the ground down here and everything, and then there's going to be, like, glowstone up on the ceiling and glowstone everywhere else, but I need to take a small itty-bitty little break because my booty hurts, I've been sitting in this chair for too long, and all of that. So we will be back to building in a little bit, but for now, this is what we have, and it's a lot. Alright, guys, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, we're back after the break. So I had just finished this, and so now we are going to have to do something. Is the first platform is going to kind of do this. I think, I'm not 100% sure what I want it to do. It's quite dark, and that light, dude, it's throwing me off. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, there we go. So now we're gonna kind of do the same thing, but with this one layer down, kind of like this. So then, come on, there we go. And then we're actually gonna have some glowstone just like that. There we go. Pretty good. Now we're just gonna do something along this line so that, nope, they do have to be attached. So that it looks more realistic. There we go. Looks pretty good. I don't know why that's so much brighter than this, but it is. Actually. I can't do the @ symbol. I can press every button except the @ symbol. Can I press 0? What about 7? Okay, yeah, I have no clue. Whatever. We'll just have to /effect give TTV. There we go. Now, obviously we're still going to put glowstone, but now this doesn't bother me as much. Okay. That also just makes it easier on my eyes. Yeah, for some reason when I click shift 2 just doesn't work. And I have no clue. I have no idea why. Like, whatsoever. There we go. Now, how high is that one up? Pretty high, but I think you will be able to see it. There's going to be some that you won't be able to see the top of, so... You know. Alright, so. Is that going to be the only one we add? I don't know. I don't think so. There's going to be quite a few of those that I add. I think. But that's the first one. So you're probably wondering what we're going to do. And the answer to that question is this. This is the answer to that question. So I think it's a 3x3. And it goes up quite a bit. Alright, there we go. Is that tall enough? I think so. We'll add like 3 more. Shoot. We'll have the bridge here cut off, like the normal stuff. So I think that it goes like this. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it does that. I think. We'll come back to that, obviously, when... There we go. Okay, fork in the road. We're gonna obviously add the 3s. Alright, there we go. Now, I think that... I don't know if that's a good distance apart. I'd say that it'd be a good spot right here for it to do it. Bro. Like, why does it do that, bro? That's so weird. There we go. Okay. And now we're actually going to have it do this instead of the other way. Or in this case, does it go all 4 ways? I think it just does that. I don't think it goes all 4 ways. Looks good, though. I think it'd be better if it was all 4 ways, though. And then, like, it connects them by that, like that. I think that looks a lot better than what the actual thing looks like. Yeah, because that actually looks like it is supported. You know, it doesn't... So this way is going to lead to a blaze spawner, and I don't know what the blaze spawner looks like, so we're going to build it off of memory. Which I think that we need stairs. I think it goes up 3. No, it's up 2, it's up 2, it's up 2. And then after that, it's a 5x5. And then it goes like that. And then at the back, it goes like this. And then there's these to there. I think. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it looks like. My brain says it's wrong, but my heart says it's right. Okay, spawner. And we need a blaze spawn egg. So right there, right there. Boom, boom. Beautiful. Okay, so that's the blaze spawner. And I know for a fact that the blaze spawner actually does not do that. I think it also gets a pillar. I don't know, I just can't click fast enough. And if I do it like this, it just does the one. Yeah, I can't click fast enough no matter what I do. There we go. And so I think that this one just does this. I don't think it actually does what the rest of it does. Like that. There we go. Looks good. Looks good. Okay. And so I know for a fact that it does take it all the way over. But I don't think it goes up with it. But I think that looks better if it goes up with it. There we go. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so now this one over here is just going to be another cut-off bridge. Like this, so it's gonna like break. This is gonna be a miniature fortress, alright? I mean, that's what it is. It's still a pretty big build, but overall, it's a miniature fortress, because, I mean, I have this zone, and most of it's being used for this. Okay, so now, this one's going to go out. And then, if you guys have ever been in a fortress before, you know exactly what this is. So, went out 3. Too small. Too big. Bro, how did I dodge it like every time, bro? Someone explain this to me. How I dodged it every time. Like the right size, I dodged the right size of it every time. And I don't even know how. I feel like this is too big of a room, but I don't think it is. And then it goes like that. Yeah, because the wither skeletons need to be able to get in. Okay, and then where are the fences again? There we go. Okay, so I think there's 2 at the front like this. This feels too big. Whatever. It'll be the upgraded version of it. Alright, here we go. What am I doing? Jeez, dude, it's like I just went completely... My brain just emptied itself out. I don't even know. Like I just zoned out and started building. I don't even know what happened. Have y'all ever done that before where you just zone out, like you're so focused on something you zone out and start building? Or just in the game you zone out and you just do something and don't even realize you did it? Because that's what I just did there. Now normally the windows in this are like that. But because of the fact that I decided to make this so large, we are going to have mega windows, which on this side will only look like this, and then it'll have that like so. But on this side, the mega window will in fact be mega because of this. All right. Wait, which one is it? Okay, so there. Should be that. Okay. Alright, there we go. Okay, so that is the Nether Fortress pretty much complete. Now we're just gonna take this and we're just gonna boom, boom, boom. Just like that. And so this one's actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have some of it down there on the ground. Because I actually want it to come over here. So that should be the center one. No, that's not even, how did I, not gonna question it. Okay. And then well, yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. And so now the pieces of the side are going to be kind of just around. Like that. There we go. Alright. So that's the Nether Fortress officially completed. Alright. Now. Okie dokie. Alright. Okay. We'll go to like here-ish. Okay. Slash fill. $49, $26, $73. Squiggly. Okay. Alright, yeah, okie dokie. That one feels realistic. Okay. Alright, well, we'll add one more. It'll be on this wall. All the way up here. Putting the car assembly in there. Okay, this one's gonna be like long but small. Fill 42, 41, 51. Squiggly, squiggly, squiggly. Okie dokie. So we're gonna actually have this one go in like that. And yes, I started using the /fill command, which is why I got this done so much faster, but I forgot the /fill command was a thing until after I had already built the floor and the first wall. I was like, oh god, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm using the fill command. Okie dokie. This one's actually not going to have netherrack on it, and we need to shrink that down some, or make it not as, like, flat, because it does kind of look funky. Alright, there we go. Obviously, that's going to look a little funky and stuff, but what we're going to do now is grab some cobblestone. Obviously, by the time that's infested, by the time that you're in the nether, you're going to have at least a stack of cobblestone. So now you're going to kind of build through here like this. And I don't think that gets... It does. Okay. So obviously you're going to have bridge there. Kind of go up and over that. And I think it's only one deep, so we can kind of... Alright. Okay. There you have it. The overworld and the nether collide. So now, right here, this took way too long to make, so I need to make this properly. Boom. As you can see, you're going to kind of start heading over towards this like this, and then you're going to actually build up to the top ropes. Out here you'll do this, and then you'll do this, and up and over like that. And then you're going to kind of go through the Nether Fortress, and we're going to make sure all this works real quick. Obviously, from the previous power rail, okay. It does not. Okay, luckily. There we go. So this one obviously we could get to here, so we're going to start here and see. There we go. Okie dokie. So now you're going to actually go up like this. And around that. Oh, and you can't put that there, so we need to do this. And then back to here. Back on track, literally. Oh, crap. Okay, yeah, Ooh, okay, wait. Oh, I'm just the greatest of all time. And so now you're gonna kind of go around. Stop doing that right there. And then we're gonna have our very first drop. So, first off, we need to make sure that all this works. From here. Hopefully it does. Well, obviously it does not. Though it does get to here, so what we're gonna do... Just like that. There we go. Boom. Now, because obviously very slow right there. Okay, good speed as well. Alright. But it slows way down in front of this again. Why right there? Why right there? Well, I could have chosen anywhere else. Like here, this straightaway, for example. But instead, I decided to go to the one spot. The one spot! Alright. Boom. Hopefully it reaches all the way there. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, it does. See, it doesn't. And then hopefully it reaches all the way to there. But again, if it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, it does. It doesn't. So we obviously are aware that we can get here. But now we just need to make sure that this makes it up the stairs. Okay, pretty easily too. But we just can't make it up that. So what we're going to do is we're going to have... just like that. I don't know what that sound was, but whatever, right? Okay. We obviously know that we can make it up here. Pretty slow right there. And then you speed up. And where does it land? Right there? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Just like that. Boom. Oh, whoops. And then... if you thought that was it... oh, no. You are mistaken, my good sir. Or ma'am. Or the other miscellaneous gender. Um... no. So, after this... you're going to get to see my boy. And if you don't know who my boy is, well, you better get ready, because my boy, if you've never seen my boy before, he's not going to be wearing diamond. He'll be wearing iron armor today. My boy, Stev. And you're actually going to see Steve let's get him into a better stance. Come on, I want him to... okay, you know what? He'll be inspecting what he has in his hand. Which will be... where is it? That. My boy Steve. Alright, you're probably like, yo. And I'm finally outing my name because I'm tired of saying YouTuber. Yo, Jesse. What is Steve doing here? Well, I've decided that Steve will be beating the game while you watch. So Steve is going to be here, but you're also probably like, well then, Jesse, obviously he killed some blazes, and to that I say he did. Is there a way to make item frames invisible? Okay, this is a commonly searched thing. I need commands. My God! Alright, now... I want some of these, like, I want them to look like he just killed the blazes, right? So, that one needs to be in a different position. That one's gonna be there. Like, I want it to look like they're falling. Oh. Oh. We need to see, hold on. When was that one? We will do something with this, guys. Don't worry. Something will be done to make this better. I promise you that. Okay, now. There we go. There we go. That was aggressive, bro. That thing was in my way, and I was tired of it. No! Oh my god, it's the dab! The dab is the best one for this. Okay. Piston, 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 piston. Nope. Nope. There we go. And lever. Good enough, I tell you what. Okay. Wait, it's actually working. Wait, hold on. Hold. Hold. Oh my god, I'm cooking today. This has to be the longest I've worked on one yet, though. Because, geez, dude, this is taking... Okay. Is that all of them? Let's check this out now. Oh, look at that, dude. That looks amazing. Yo. That looks amazing. Holy cow, dude. Dude, that took so long to figure out. Oh my god. That looks so good, though. Wow, dude. And he has one in his hand. He's checking it out. He's like, yeah. All right. Now I just can't mess this up. Okay, there we go. Hey, I did it. But, I mean, you'll be in it. But I just want to make sure that if I do this, it doesn't yoinkity sploink one, right? Oh, dude, we're just built different in terms of in terms of money. I don't know how I did that so perfectly, but whatever, right? Also, I don't know why I always overcomplicated it when I was doing that, because oh my god, that's actually so easy. Okay, so obviously you go up. I want there to be like this build up because you see it there, you're like, oh god, wait, hold on. This doesn't make it the world's longest coaster though. I mean, obviously. This adds like 30 seconds, but it doesn't make it the world's longest coaster. Wait, I think it's gonna... Is the momentum gonna die before I get there? No way. Maybe. Hold. 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 Oh my god, this is so stupid, bro. We're literally... How long is this? No way. I think I just stopped moving. Did I stop moving? I stopped moving. That's crazy. What? Because I know that you go down and you keep some momentum there, right? Like, you already have momentum. You speed up. Like, your momentum isn't actually killed. It slows down a little bit, but then you get that momentum again. No way. No way that just happened. This is why we test, guys. Okay. Here we go. We're going. Okay. So it seems like it's about a 50-50 if it kills your momentum or not. So we're actually going to have to, like, fix that. And the way to do that is we're actually going to... Nope, because we're going to just kind of... See, but I feel like, again, that's, like, way easy. Because you just do... Nope, one up. Nope, one up. Nope, one there. There we go. And then Shabinga Shalabunga. See, like, that's too low. But it's not that one. It's that one. No, it's like... That one. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now... If you fully somehow lose your momentum when you go up there, because it seems like it's a 50-50 if you lose your momentum or not. So you go all the way up and it's a 50-50, and if you lose the 50-50, you get that, right? So then, ooh, I'll tell you what, you slow down drastically. So right there we are going to add... It's not what I meant to do, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. And then you go. And so now you're going to go all the way here. You're going to finally start making your way here. Now you're probably wondering, well, Jesse, why do you go all the way over here? Because more armor stands. This one doesn't have anything to do with invisibility, so we don't have to rename name tags or anything. Now this one, and I think you guys know what's coming. you guys couldn't figure it out, there's going to be a few piglins. Now, you're probably wondering, what about piglin brutes? No. And actually, I think we need to... Okay. Okay, now, we're just going to do this really quickly. Because we need to make it better. Okay. And now we need templates. And I think we're just gonna grab one and we're gonna put it on, alright? We're not gonna, unless it's like really bad and doesn't look like it at all. Actually? Well, now hold on now. Yeah, but we're gonna have to dye it black as well. Because they were black. Here we go. Hopefully we don't have to Yes, if you were wondering how you dye stuff in... Alright, here we go. Alright, there we go. That looks way better than just the straight gold armor. Dude, that looks sick. Okay. Now, for the swords and stuff. 2 of them will be holding a sword. And 1 of them will be holding a crossbow. And yes, we're putting this much effort into this. We can't have laziness, alright, guys? We need pure... Okay, so I want it to look like they're running at him. But I don't know how to do that. The legs don't really make it easy to do that. This one will be like this. And then I want this one to be pointing it towards him. Oh, wait. Yo, that's kind of good, actually. Okay, yeah, so it's like he's trying to snipe. These 2 are rushing in with him. Yo, this kind of looks sick. Now we're just going to make sure that we can actually get all the way over. Because I don't want to lose too much speed, because the next location is going to be way cooler than the normal Nether. Alright. So as you can see, dude, they look so good from here, bro. Okay. So as you can see, that's it. That is this part of the roller coaster officially done, and man, does it just look amazing. That looks so good. And look at these guys. They're just pure and utter perfection. I just grabbed the first one, and if it looked like bad, I wouldn't have used it, but it looked so good in the end. So this is it. This is the roller coaster. And I really hate to say it, but the first video is so underwhelming compared to the second and third part, bro. I mean, it is just underwhelming. And you know what? It really does start to look like it could be the world's longest roller coaster. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.